Yeah, we got 11 players.
We need Will to stand up.
I'm just going to do a quick mic check. If anybody can hear me and they can text me, that would be great. Thank you.
Is it even on? Oh, it is. Okay. All right, you know.
Say something. You got it. I got it.
Okay, good evening from Northeast Minneapolis. We're at the Northeast Minneapolis Ice Arena. We've got a matchup between the Minneapolis Storm and the Hopkins Royals. Just played them 2 days ago. So this is the revenge match, if you will. Very tight game up in Duluth, and Hopkins put a puck in the net with about 2.5 left in the third to win it 4-3. So the boys are very fired up to see them again. What's important here is that we have a district game, so this one's going to obviously count. Hopkins in all blue and white. They had their Hartford Whaler unis on up north a couple days ago. You got Pete and Peter working the shift tonight, and I am once again wearing Birkenstocks. First time in my life was on Friday when Gustav forgot his trainers, and pulling into the rink tonight, he said, "Can I have your shoes?" And I looked down and saw that he had the Birkenstocks again. Unfortunately, I happened to, in the darkness, grab a pair of fuchsia socks, so thankfully my footwear will not be on this broadcast. We got about a half a minute left, and we're going to get this thing kicked off. We got 3 refs, which is what's required, from my understanding, for a district game, so that's good. A couple Storm players out tonight, battling some type of illness, so we have got 11 skaters. We'll see what Coach Dan puts forward with respect to a lineup here. Will Charcot will more than likely be a goalie this evening. It's a good Hopkins team. As I mentioned on Sunday, I believe they've returned 11 skaters from last year, so they're seasoned. Looks like Jack's going to take the face off. Ben and Max on D. Win and Goose on the wing. Strom wins the draw. Hopkins throws it in. Off to Ben. Outlet pass broken up, but Jack's got it. Crosses the blue line. Momentum. Blocker saved by the Hopkins goalie. Good little pop so far here from Storm. Long pass by Hopkins. Remember, this is what they did a lot of on Sunday, floating a winger and trying to go and connect on that long pass. So we've got to be mindful of that, obviously, from a D standpoint. Hopkins enters the zone. Looking. Broken up nicely by Max. Win. Off to Odin. Throws it in. Goalie passes it back to Odin. Up high to Blake. Shot, save. All right, good pep to start the game. 1 minute gone. It's going to be Julian on the face-off. Draw one by Hopkins. Shoot it down. And Will passes it out to Odin. Nifty little pass back to Julian. Over to Henry. Henry's bottled up. Hopkins looking to break out. Good break up by Owen. We're going to get a whistle here. And that is going to be an offensive zone draw for Hopkins. Julian on the face-off. Ben. D to D to Max. Up to Henry. Nice stick by Henry to pop it out. And that is just going to have enough gas to be an icing. I like the play. D-zone face-off for Minneapolis. Julian on the draw. Minneapolis has control. Ben with it. Circles. To Henry. To Julian. Taken away. Hopkins. Over the blue line. Shot and a score. So correction, Josh Spaeth is your goalie this evening. And that one just trickled in, 1-0 for Hopkins. Jack on the draw for Minneapolis. One by Hopkins. They throw it in. Stopped by Josh. Tommy. Tommy goes behind the net. Owen. Good cross pass to Blake. Blake with it. Throws it up. Hopkins trying to break out here. Good play by Jack. Gustav gives chase. Goose in the corner. Tommy now. Long rink-wide pass for Hopkins. They throw it in. Need some D help here. Blake with it. Hopkins behind the net, shot wide. Trying again, looking for a lane. That's deflected. Deep pinches, back to the winger. Jack falls, not sure what caused that. Shot, rebound. Tony's got it. He's going to throw that down, and that's going to be an icing on Minneapolis. We'll do it again in our D zone. Julian on the face-off. Ben has it behind the net to Odin. Outlet pass off wind stick. That is not going to be an icing. Wynn gives chase. Steals the puck. Storm looking for options. Max shoots it wide. Back to Max. He throws it in. Good back check by Odin here to avert a 2-on-1. Julian with it. He throws it across to Wynn. Drop pass doesn't connect. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Max in the corner. Thrown back. Nice hold by Hopkins. But Storm gets the puck. Ben with it, and he throws it in. Changed by Storm, tipped in by Hopkins. They got some fresh legs. Wilder. Owen. A little bit too far for Jack there. Hopkins throws it in again, but we're going to have an offsides. Jack in the draw. One by Minneapolis. Back to Blake. Hopkins now regroups with the puck. Into the zone, give and go. Saved by Spaeth. Nice heads-up play by Hopkins there. And Josh makes the save. 9.5 left in the first. Jack on the draw. Hopkins wins. Good check by Blake there. Jack on it. Storm trying to get it out. We're going to get a D-line change for Minneapolis. Jack in the draw again. Minneapolis has control. Max up to Henry. Henry crosses the red line. He's going to throw it in and give chase. Bit of an interesting carom. Jack with it. Loses it. Max picks it up. Throws it back in. Hopkins trying to get out. Ben keeps it in the zone. Max. Shot. Oh, right on. Excellent shot by Max. Low and right on target. Perfect for a tip. Max pinches. Held in by Minneapolis. Held in again. Max with it. Throws it across. Broken up by Goose. Hopkins once again trying that long pass. When this stuff doesn't work, you're going to get an icing. And we'll do it again in the Storm offensive zone. 8 minutes left in the first. Hopkins with the puck, trying to break out. Well, they're looking for that cross-ice pass and bust that winger out. And we've done a good job defending it so far. Julian on the draw. Storm with it. Thrown into the corner. A little bit too far. Julian. Pass intercepted by Hopkins. Into the zone. And another save by Josh. Peter, this is a tight-looking game again.
Yeah.
Bit of back and forth. Clean hockey.
Otherwise, it's been tight.
Yeah. Puck intercepted by Odin. Opportunity for Minneapolis here. He crosses the zone. Sneaks by Tommy. Hopkins regains control. Soft pass to the side of the net. Josh wisely covers it with his glove. We are going to get a line change. And Jack on the draw. Shot, saved by Josh. Rebound, Minneapolis. Max throws it down. Ben. Taken by Hopkins. Bouncing puck, Jack. Looking for options. To Ben. Passes up to Gustav. Goose with it. Throws it back. And does not quite connect there. I like the thought. Oh, sneaks by our D. And out of the zone by Minneapolis. Jack with it. Crosses the blue line. There's an option to Ben. Oh! In the breadbasket. Excellent pass by Jack. Great job by Ben to get open. Unfortunately, just not enough room to get that shot anywhere but in the middle. Jack on the draw. Blake with it. Good little chip up to Henry. Henry tries to go cross ice, intercepted. That's held in. Blake now with it. And that just dribbled out. And we are going to have an offsides. Tough pass for Henry to catch. Jack on the draw. Hopkins wins it in their D zone. Intercepted by Odin. Back to the point. Held there by Owen. He passes over. Quick shot. Oh! Really good opportunity there. And we are going to get a penalty on Hopkins here. Looks like a checking from behind, boarding, call it what you will, but definitely 2 minutes in the box. So we've got our first Storm power play. Julian on the draw. Goose and Tommy are wingers. Owen and Blake on D. Good opportunity here to tie the game. And Hopkins, I think, just got a 2 and 10. Tommy blows a tire. Opportunity now for Hopkins, 2-on-1. Owen. Oh, stolen away by Blake beautifully. Blake's got a head of steam. Excellent job by Blake. Crosses the line. Julian gives chase. Storm looking to set up. This Hopkins kill has been pretty aggressive, as we saw on Sunday. D to D. Up to Goose. Goose has got some ice. He goes across the neutral zone. Brings it in. Drops it to Blake. Minneapolis now, looked to set up, but unfortunately off the stick. In the zone again, Tommy. Broken up. Tommy. Back to Julian. Intercepted by Hopkins. 2-on-2-on. High stick. Hopkins has got to touch it first, but it's not, so it's a face-off. And that's going to come back in our D zone. 30 seconds left in the power play. Jack on the draw. Storm with it. Max. Max still with it. Crosses the blue line. To Odin. Stolen by Hopkins. And we are going to have another penalty coming up. This one's going to be on Minneapolis. And that is going to be a tripping call. O-zone penalties are typically what you would like to avoid, especially on a power play. Minneapolis will be 4-on-4 for the next 8 seconds, and then shorthanded. Big draw here for Storm. Won by Hopkins. Hopkins behind the net. Wynn shoots it down, and we'll have an icing. Eats up a little bit of time on that kill. 1:44 left. Draw one by Minneapolis. See if they can get it out here. Max with it. Intercepted by Hopkins. High slot shot. Off Josh's glove and a goal. Two nothing Hopkins. Julian dumps it in. Intercepted by Hopkins. They're going wide again. Owen with it. Drop pass for Gustav. Gustav circles. Passes it up to Henry. Henry to Julian. Stolen. Picked up though by Owen. He throws it in. Henry gives chase. Julian intercepts. Two guys on him. Henry now throws it back to Gustav. Close chance for Storm there. Hopkins with it. You can see it far side winger. The end of the zone. Trickles by the crease. Blocked. Hopkins working the perimeter. Block. Deep pass is picked up by Gustav. Not a lot of room to go, though. And we're getting some fresh legs out there for Storm. We've got about a minute left in the first. Ben with it, working hard. Tommy brings it up to Jack, intercepted. Hopkins throws it in. Ben, his pass is intercepted. And we got a net off, which will give us a whistle. Jack on the draw. Minneapolis, opportunity here. Pass over to Tommy. Crosses the blue line to Odin. Odin with it. He's hit hard. Max pinches. Puts it on. Blocked. Hopkins' errant pass picked up by Ben. Over to Max. Odin with it. Drop pass to Tommy. To Odin. Back to Ben. Oh! Super close. Last chance. And we have a high shot. And that is going to end the first. End to one, 2-0 Hopkins. Well, Peter, a couple unfortunate bounces, whatever you want to call it, but I'd say a very even game so far. We're doing well. We're working hard.
Still in it.
Absolutely. We are in it. And let's see how the second period goes. Let's get a couple pucks in the net. All right, Jack in the draw to start the second. Won by Hopkins. Bit of a give and go in the neutral zone. Hopkins is going to try and rework it. That is an offsides. Storm wins. Blake wisely throws it in. Jack gives chase. Good hold there by Minneapolis. Jack on it again. D to D. Chip pass out. Broken up again by Owen. Win with it. Win comes across. Centers. Intercepted by Hopkins. Minneapolis on the net. Good save by the Hopkins goalie. That was a quick shot by Blake. Tommy. Hopkins gets it out. Hit by Blake. Owen to Tommy. Tommy there to Blake. Blake's going to throw it in. Line change for Minneapolis. Face off just outside the Storm defensive zone. Julian on the draw. A little bit of a scrum. And Hopkins throws it in. Loose puck in the corner, picked up by Hopkins. Ben working the corner, getting a little help. Ben looking for a place to give an outlet pass. Nothing there. Ben shoots it for Odin. Odin with it. That is not going to be an icing. Minneapolis goes D to D. Ben shoots it in. That's on net. Goalie pushes it aside. Opportunity for Henry here. Hopkins tips it out. Pad save by Josh to Henry. Minneapolis now with some momentum. Brought over the line by Ben. Drops it back. Julian steals. Hopkins puck. Shot, save, Josh. Ooh, another bouncing puck, saved by Josh. Okay, defensive zone face-off for Minneapolis. Jack on the draw. Won by Minneapolis. Owen tries to go D to D. That's intercepted. A little bit high for the wing. D to D for Hopkins now. Shot. Save. Win with it. Back to the Hopkins point. D to D. Jack takes it out. Solid back check in by Hopkins here. They cross the line. Pass intercepted by Owen. Minneapolis now with a little bit of room. Pass intercepted by Hopkins. Win working the back corner. Rims it around. Gustav. Tipped in by Blake. Thrown in. Get some fresh bodies from Minneapolis. Ben, D to D. Storm enters the zone, but the pass is intercepted. Oh, jeez. Hopkins goes wide and nearly gave their coach a shave. That guy may be doing laps next practice. Little discussion going on. All right. Well, we are going to have a neutral zone. We're going to have a face-off at the red line. Continue discussion with the refs. I think we need to get the clock reset. It's currently sitting at 20. Timekeeper working on that. 8:39 local time. While we got time, I want to give a shout out to Paul Holmeyer in Little Compton, Rhode Island. Season ticket holder by distance. Jack in the draw. Hopkins throws it back to their goalie. Intercepted by Jack. Henry gives chase. Henry with it. Tommy going in to help him out. Ben shoots it back. Hopkins trying that long pass again. This is on net. Josh elects to cover it. Make the safe play. Storm of the defensive zone face-off. And Jack will take it. Won by Hopkins. Shot. Blocked. Rebound. Wide. Blake with it. Outlet pass to Odin. Odin scoots it out to Jack. Looking for a play. Stolen by Odin. Bit of a back and forth in neutral zone. Opportunity for Hopkins. Blake takes him out. Good legal hit. Win in the corner. Hopkins out front. I don't know who that went off of, but that was deflected in. Whether it was one of ours or one of theirs, do not know, but that's going to make it 3-0 with 8.5 to go in the second period. I will repeat all season. Throw the puck on the net and good things can happen. Case in point. Julian for the faceoff. Hopkins within the corner. They're setting up again. Shot off a Storm player. Good puck battle with Ben. Outlet pass. That's tipped by Henry. Henry gives chase. No icing. Hopkins rims it around. Rims it around again. Bouncing puck. Long cross ice pass connects. Intercepted by Storm. Henry. Julian. Back to Henry. Off Gustav. D to D for Hopkins. That's intercepted. They retain control of the O-zone behind the net now. Big hit by Ben. Max looking to help break out. Julian. Henry giving chase. Long pass intercepted by Minneapolis. Now intercepted by Hopkins. Coming in. Shot on Josh and a save. A little under 7 minutes left in the second period. Battle behind the net. Jack goes down. Owen takes it. Has some ice. Crosses the blue line. Owen hit. Picked up by Hopkins. Surveying. Another cross ice pass. Then to the zone. Couple big hits back there. Minneapolis with the puck. Owen looking to make an outlet pass. And he's got it for Jack. Jack back to Blake. Blake in the corner. Flips it. And we got a whistle of an O-zone face-off from Minneapolis. Jack on the draw. One by Hopkins. Tipped by Storm and another one in the Hopkins bench. And this will come out to the neutral zone. Hopkins throws it in. Ben with it. Ben looking for an outlet. Ben's got a little bit of ice. He takes it up. Ben crosses the blue line and throws it in. He's still got some momentum. Ben hit hard behind the net. Retains control. Storm with it. Shot. Wide left. Hopkins looking again for that long outlet pass. First one connects, second one does not. Loose puck in the corner. Jack. Storm trying to break out. Max with it. Passes it up to Wynn. Wynn gets it out of the zone. Intercepted by Tommy. Tommy with a chance here. 1-on-3 though. Saved by Josh. 4.5 left in the second. Behind the net to Blake. Blake brings it over. Henry. Picked up by Hopkins. Shot. Blocked. Point blank shot. Goes up in the netting. We'll do it again. No shot clock here tonight, but I think they've gotten the better of us in that category. Julian on the draw. Won by Hopkins. Shot from the point, wide. Hopkins maintains control. Blake fighting for it, steals to Henry. Hopkins steals it back. Shot, save Josh. Jack on the draw. Won by Hopkins. Shot. Blocked by Blake. Blake in the corner. Outlet pass opportunity, but a little bit too far for Owen. And Storm is going to have an offside. Jack on the draw again. Won by Hopkins. Crossing the blue line. They throw it in the corner. Just goes wide. Long pass by Minneapolis, broken up by Hopkins. Bit of a neutral zone battle going on. Hit by Ben. Hopkins is changing players. Interception there, and it's taken away. Storm is going to be offsides on that one. Plenty of time left, 2.5 in the second. Jack on the draw. Won by Hopkins. They push it in the zone. Hopkins behind the net. Blake lost his stick. Saved by Josh. Hopkins has got a bit of a pep in their step tonight. Jack on the draw. Won by Hopkins. Opportunity for Minneapolis here. Gustav gets hit. And Goose is down. Not sure where he got hit, but he got hit hard. And Goose is up and heading back to the bench with Coach Dan. Jack on the draw in the O zone. Won by Hopkins. They go D to D. Long pass, misses. No icing called, although I didn't see anybody touch it. Opportunity for Minneapolis here. Wynn gives chase. Pass a little bit too far for him in the corner. Owen with it for Minneapolis. Julian on the draw. Hopkins in the O zone. Big hit there. And we got a half minute left in the period. All right, Storm's back for the third period, trying to dig themselves out of a 3-goal hole. Jack's on the draw. Wynn's your left wing. Odin's your right wing. Hopkins won the draw. We got Ben Greedle, number 4, is your left defenseman. Max Paulson, number 17, is your right defenseman. He's going to send it down to the ref for offensive zone draw. Boys trying to come up with a play. Hopkins comes away with it. They're flying a guy. Nice cut off by Max. Still got the puck. Oh, there you go. Jack, sprung Jack. Nice pass, Max. Go, Jack. Oh, hits the pipe. Shoot. That's all right. That was a good effort. That nice stretch pass by Max. It was a great play by Jack because he was at a standstill, able to catch the puck, accelerate quickly, saw far, blocker side shot, and he hit the pipe. Good effort all around. It happens. The iron happens. All right, face off. Jack, number 3, is your center. Nice. Wins it back to Ben. Ben's got some time over to Max. Max gets a shot block. It's going to be a breakaway the other way. Nice save by Joshy. That's gone. Odin on the forecheck. Jack helping him out. Keeping it in. Wynn dumps it in. Odin and Jack on the forecheck trying to come away with it. There you go. Odin steals it. Oh, he is hit by 2 guys. Get on net. There you go. Good shot by Owen Mueller to get it on net. Nice play by Wilder to keep it in. Slides it. Tries to slide it to Jack. Owen's got it. Oh, man. Pass cut off by Hopkins. Oh, that's offsides. Good call, ref. Eagle eyes. Ref. 13:42 to go in the third period. Julian, number 8, your center. Henry, 12, is your right wing. Tommy is number 9, your left wing. Nice win by Seifert. Smart play by Josh to cut it off, but heavy forecheck from Hopkins. Seifert's got the puck. He's got some space. Cutting across the ice, cutting back, stay onside. It was onside. There you go, Tommy. Jumping on the puck. Nice play to get around one guy. Owen pinching down. Nice pass down to Tommy. Nice play by Tommy. Nice play, Tommy. Oh, tries to center the puck. There you go. Seifert's got the puck again. Same corner. Gets it up to Henry, who loves it down to Wilder, who's going to dump it in. Tommy on the forecheck. Seifert on the forecheck. Max with the D to Greedle. Greedle back to Max. Max has got options. Looking at Seifert, but couldn't quite get it across the ice. Nice play to give it to Ben, who's got some time. Nice. Gets it up to Odin. Wynn, go to the net. Odin, tough pass over to Wynn. Wobbly a little bit, but he's going to come away with it. Hopkins playing the body all over the ice. Good stick by Max. Trying to get it up and out of the zone, but can't quite get enough mustard on it. Hopkins with the D to D, getting out to block it. Josh with the initial save, the second save. There you go, great stick by Ben. Stick on puck, stick on puck. Good play by Max to chip it out of the zone. It's going to be a nice. Nope. Yes. Ref changed his mind. All right, we got a fresh set of troops out there. Julian, number 8, your center. 12 is Henry Waldeck, your right wing. Julian's going to try to pull it back to number 7, Blake Wilder, your right D. Hopkins wins the draw. Tommy, number 9, on the forecheck. Good play by Julian to keep it in and dump it low. Now Henry's on the forecheck. Nice play, keep it in. Almost. I think Hopkins says we got a 3-goal lead. We're just going to play the body. We're going to be physical. We make it hard for Minneapolis, and that they've done in the first 4.5 minutes of the third period. Blake up to Henry. Julian's going to retrieve that loose change. He gets bodied by number 11. He looks to be hurting on the neck. That's a high stick from Tommy. Blow that dead. Be a defensive zone draw for Minneapolis. Sending Goose well wishes. He got I don't know if it's a knee on thigh or what, but big collision and it didn't look fun. Nice tip. Oh God. Third rebound goal tonight, at least for Hopkins. (4-0). Exactly 10 minutes to play in the third period. Jack's on the draw, wins your left wing. Number 5 owns your right wing. Max 17's your right D. Ben, number 4 is your left D. Hopkins wins the draw. Nice play to see the center open, but he couldn't control the pass. Good communication from Max, yelling wheel to his D partner. Wynn couldn't quite come away with the puck, but he still stays with it and gets it out of the zone. Good play. All right, another draw for Jack. Hopkins is going to dump it in and send it in 2 forecheckers. Good play by Jack to get down low. Nice. Way to read that. Oh, wide open. Good save, Josh. Jack over to Wynn. Wynn's going to ring it around. A little too much mustard. It'll be a nice. 9:03 to go in the third. All right, we got Julian's your center. He's got the weak side draw on his forehand to the left of Josh. Nice tip. Nice tip by Hopkins. Good save, Josh. All right, here's a strong side draw for Julian. He's going to try to win it back in the corner for his right defenseman, Blake Wilder. Hopkins coming away with it. Gets a shot on net. Blake playing the body. Julian with the loose change pickup. Gets it to Tommy. Blake up to Henry, who tips it out of the zone. Head of steam, number 3, cutting down the alley. Nice play by Blake to cut off the options with his feet. Hopkins coming in, gets a shot, misses the net. Tommy's got some time looking for options. Gets to Henry. That's out. Good luck to the students out there who have finals starting this week for some schools. Jack on the job. Long D to D pass. They're going to dump it in. First forechecker on it. Hopkins. Renford to the front. Nice save by Josh there. Odin up to Jack. Jack, nice pass to get over to Odin. Go. Somebody go to the net. Odin coming in. Dishes it to win. Gets his shot blocked. Jack's got the rebound, but tried to center it back in front of the net. Nice save, Josh. Nice job by Wynn to come in and make sure he was there if there was a rebound. $6:59 to go. Jack on the draw. Minneapolis looking to ruin a shutout. Nice win by Jack. Back to Owen, over to his D partner. D partner gets it up to the wing, who didn't expect that pass. Oh no, blown tire. Another save by Josh. It's been a bit of a shooting gallery on Josh's third period. Nice win by Jack. Max was trying to rim it around. Oh, man. Shows the importance of having to get it out of the zone one way or the other. Good play by Hopkins to keep it in and maintain the aggressive pressure. Nice play by Ben to glove that down. All right, 2-on-1. Ben tries to side it to Blake. Again, just want to ruin the shutout. Good block by Tommy. Boys show some love for that, as they should. Head of steam from Hopkins coming in. Nice move to get around one defender. Nice smart play by Owen to get it back to his defensive partner, Ben. Jack's on the drop. 6-0 Hopkins. Ooh, nice pass, but a little too hard. That's going to be a... There you go. Blake up to Odin. Odin's got Jacks on the cross ice. Couldn't quite handle the puck and get it up to his streaking forwards. Got a 1-on-2 the other way. Hopkins coming. Max going in for the hit. Speed. Nice move on the other defender. Max getting up to win. Wynn's going to ice the puck. Got running time here. Doing that as a favor to the kids that have finals so they can get home and study. Nice win by Jack. Over to Ben. Nice D-to-D from Owen. Ben's going to try to flip it out of the zone or still battling. There you go. Nice play by our defenseman to bottle up their guy. Nice play by Owen to pick that up. To Odin. Odin up to Jack. Ben standing up his guy at the red line, gives Owen an opportunity to get back. Wynn trying to pick up the... There you go. Good use of your skates to block a pass. Odin with the puck at the end of the shift. Buy some time for his buddies to get off. Cutting back on one. Nice pass, but for the gentleman calling for the puck, you got his stick tied up. Whistle touches the Hopkins player in the box. Maybe our only opportunity in the period. I don't know. I'm not sure if we have a shot in the third, to be honest. Nice glove. Shot was probably going wide, but Josh Smartley's not going to take a chance on that. Julian's got a face-off with 1:45 running time left. We'll try to get it back in the corner. Josh getting ready to poke check that sucker. Oh, jeez. Floater comes in. What's the call? I don't think the net's off. I don't know what the call was there. High stick? Oh, the time reached 9:30, so they're just going to call it the game. Yeah, clock reached 9:30. That's it. 6-0. Go to sleep and forget about that one, boys.